Well, the countdown is on for March Madness, and you know it's the big college basketball tournament where there's pretty much basketball games all day and night. Coincidentally, it's also a time where a lot of people take sick days for work. It's funny how that happens, but some basketball games are going to be played here in Buffalo. Organizers held a virtual meeting to talk about that today, and our pal Dave McKinley was listening in. It's kind of interesting because we went from having nothing going on to something major like this.
Basketball has scant little to do with The Wizard of Oz, but I want you to think of a song from that movie because I know it was one of your favorites, Kate. You're out of the woods, you're out of the dark, you're out of the night, step into the sun and step into the light. And that is a way you can look at this event that's coming back to Buffalo. Now, this is the 7th time it's been held here, so we're no stranger to hosting. But when you think about this, Kate, the entire 2020 tournament was canceled. And even last year, games went on, but in largely empty arenas due to capacity restrictions, all due to COVID-19. They were all held in Indiana. That meant cities that were supposed to host them but lost out on the excitement and the economic benefit. So how fortunate the Visitors Bureau says we are to be able to host 2022 and welcome a return of visitors from all corners without restrictions. One of them told me it's sort of a turning point for us right now, that we're welcoming the world back to Buffalo.
I feel like this is it's got to be one of the first big events that Buffalo has had in the last couple of years.
Well, you know, it was just a month ago that we saw a return of events from the convention center, right? We had the auto show, and there was the home shows coming up locally, but that usually attracts people locally. Yeah, this is the first time that the Buffalo's been able to host something and welcome visitors from all over the place. It really, it's almost like a rising sun, that light at the end of the tunnel. And that's the way they're treating it. And a little bit later on, coming up at 5, we're going to talk a little bit about some of the things that visitors to Buffalo in 2022, as opposed to the last time the tournament was held here in 2017, will be able to avail themselves of. Because I thought to myself, well, how much has really changed? You might be surprised.
Well, I'm ready for that. And speaking of things coming back, I'm glad that you're back on Most Buffalo because we're sad when you're not with us. So, David, thank you for being back.
An honor to be on your program, Catherine.
We'll see you at 5 o'clock.
All right.
Thank you, Dave.